Today, we're making manga together. So, are you guys excited? So, if you're excited, please do type excited in the chat. Yes, type I'm excited in the chat. This extends to our people in the YouTube channel as well. So please type I'm excited if you're excited. Come on, let me hear you guys. Are you excited? Are you guys excited? Awesome. Awesome. That's
I'm also
good. That's
excited.
yes, same here. Same here. So, if you're with that, let's why don't we begin our workshop? Okay. So reminders first. This is hands-on workshop. So please prepare your pen, paper, drawing tablet, and drawing software ready. And please make sure that you have your Yonkoma manga drawing template ready. If you haven't have it prepared, we'll send the link in the chat. Okay. Okay. So now you're in for something very special because the manga techniques we're about to teach you are some of the same manga techniques used by pro mangakas. So who are these pro mangakas? So we've worked with amazing manga artists like Naoyazawa, who made Wedding Peach, and also Renasaya, who has also worked on manga and collab on how to draw manga books. Together, they have over 50 years of combined experience in the manga industry. They've done it all. They've won contests, got published, and taught beginner students in Japan on how to draw manga. They know what they're doing. Also work with Steph Pastrana, a professional webtoon artist. He started out on social media as a fan artist to popular shonen series and is now also a lead artist. So an ongoing webtoon is also working on a doujinshi. And of course, we also have uh, our new addition to our mentors, who is Art Art Crumbs, who has made the Viz original uh, Onami, Viz original one shot Onami, and also the creator of the series God's Bane. In the last 3 years, we've worked with over 400 beginner anime and manga artists. So here is one from our student, Steven, who in less than a month or less than 4 months has improved his handling from sticking with static camera angles to more dynamic and engaging scenes with different angles and perspectives. We also have Garrett, who has worked has worked his this progress is done in 2 months, and as you can see, these works are all done traditionally, so meaning it's done with a pen, a pencil, and of course some uh blood, sweat, and tears. Yeah, just kidding. So it's made with the power of traditional drawing. Yeah, so these are all done traditionally. So as you can see, it's cleanly scanned for a scanner, but everything is done traditionally for Garrett. And we also had other students who make their first manga format visual stories, like Joe. In just 1 month, he was able to level up his paneling, inking, and more. So these are his progress as he went forward with our program. Now, we're here to take you to the next level and help you create a manga that you will feel proud of. So make sure to stay until the end of the live Young Comma feedback for our Q&A and figure out how you can work with our pro mangaka mentors and make that dream a reality. For those getting critiqued, we'll be asking you some questions, so please make sure that you have your mics ready for interaction. Okay? Remember, this is not a contest and don't feel bad if your work is not featured. We have limited lots and we're doing this to learn from each other and grow together as mangakas. So, are you ready? So, are you ready to get this started? So, type ready in the chat if you are ready. Okay, I believe everyone is ready. Awesome, awesome. How about those in the YouTube? Are you guys ready? Okay, I believe everyone is ready. That's awesome. Okay, so first off, I want you to meet us, coaches from the LTDM. I'm Coach Kana. I've been an animator for a couple of years ago. So, and I'm also a comic artist and also an indie publisher. And I have this comic called Cruel Cafe, which I also sell at local conventions. And with me is Coach Ken. Coach Ken, I'll give the floor to you.
Hi guys. I believe some of the recurring students also haven't met me because it's my first time co-hosting. I am also a freelance illustrator, mainly a background artist. I have animated for a few months and also um, have made comics for clients. So, if you have any questions, don't feel shy to ask me anything or Coach Canna for this session.
Yes, awesome. So don't worry, guys. You are all in good hands with this workshop. Okay. So first off, for the first part of the workshop, let's talk about what a yonkoma manga is. So what is a yonkoma? A yonkoma is a manga strip that always has four panels of equal sizes. So it's a popular manga format in newspapers, magazines, and even manga anthologies. Like, uh, for example, uh, Azumanga Daioh. So if you're familiar with this, it's a popular series as well, who also which also was adapted into anime. So if you also read Look Back by Tatsuki Fujimoto, it's also a yonkoma. And usually the yonkoma follows a four panel format, which it also follows the Kisho Tenketsu format. So what is Kisho Tenketsu? So it's a format that is used usually in manga. So for the Kisho Tenketsu in yonkoma, the first panel sets up the scene, then builds up the situation in the show. And then for the third panel, it's the 10, which introduces the twist or the height of events in the story. And obviously, the last panel is the ketsu or the conclusion, which wraps up the story, often with a humorous or even surprising ending. So this is how Kisho Tenketsu is approached in a Yonkoma manga. So in Japan, a typical manga page features two Yonkoma strips with each strip taking up half of the page. The pages are often B4 size, but the panel sizes can change depending on what the publisher's requirements are. So here are examples of yonkoma, which is done by our students. So take a look of how our students practice their yonkoma. So notice how they follow the Kisho Tenketsu format that we explained earlier. So this is done by our student, Yuan. So now that you've seen our student practice yonkoma, it's now your turn to create a yonkoma. So for part two, is of course our Yonkoma challenge. So we're challenging you guys to create a Yonkoma during this workshop. So all you need to do is to create a storyboard for a Yonkoma based on the prompt on the next slide. So you have 40 minutes to finish your Yonkoma. So remember, it's only a storyboard, okay? It doesn't need to be completely inked. A clean sketch will do. So we also require to follow these rules. The plot of the story has to end in 4 panels. Avoid oblique panels. You should also follow the Kishon Tenketsu format. And the manga should be read from right to left. And the panels must be arranged from top to bottom. And also, inking and effects are optional. If time permits, you are free to add them. Okay, so are you ready? So, without further ado, I'm presenting our prompt for today. So, our prompt for today is your OC finds a magical item. So, your timer starts now. So, the first one, hold on. Let me just fix this and yeah, share my screen as well. So guys, you still have less than 12 minutes, so please do continue. I'll also say if the time is up. So first up is from Jet Lunar. So let me just read it a bit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is fun. Yeah, I like how this goes. I like how this went actually. So it's a loot. So Tsukimaru is in a dungeon, right? So it's kind of like a dungeon and he found loot, I think. Is that correct? Please do comment in the chat if I'm saying like awesome. So the pacing here is good. Although I think you can perhaps enhance the first panel. Yeah, he found the loot, but I we need to find more detail on where the location is. So for the first panel, since it's the introduction, ideally you should show that Tsukimaru is in a dungeon. So for example, uh instead of this, perhaps you can make it so that the loot box is here. You can kind of like enhance it in a way that you can show the entirety of the other parts when he's in a dungeon, and then things change when he gets the item. So this is good, this is correct. Also on this one, I feel that the slip doesn't isn't obvious. So if the item has slipped, ideally you should really show that it fell off. So perhaps the bottle should show like this. And then instead of a panel, you can just perhaps see a dialogue saying, ah, like that. And then for the end part, instead of with this, you can just show this screen wherein it's perished with what's happening. So, for example, a tornado sweeping in everything, blasting everything. Perhaps that could go go better as well. And then for this reaction, if you want to push with this reaction, perhaps it can be a speech bubble wherein you're showing the expression. Perhaps it can go that way. So this way, the things are more clearly shown. So instead of writing slip, really show that the item has slipped from the hands, ideally. Okay. So do you have any questions for this one? Jet Lunar? Please do type it in the chat if you have questions. So while Ken is also preparing. Yeah, so awesome. Yeah, thank you for sharing this, Jet. So have you chose have you chosen have you chosen the one you will critique? Ken? I'll give the screen sharing to you. You can just screen share if you're going to be critiquing. Also, guys, you have less than 8 minutes left. Okay, I'll stop my screen sharing and yeah, give it to you, Ken.
Okay. Um, Let me see. Aaron, I might have to ask some questions. Is that all right?
Yeah, I think
Um, I've chosen Aaron's work. So, let me see. So I was just gonna ask Aaron if what is um what is the story here aside from finding a sword?
perhaps you can type it in the chat, Aaron.
Uh-huh.
Hi. Is it okay if I
Oh,
can?
Yeah, yeah,
yes,
definitely.
yes, it's
Okay,
alright.
cool. So the story that I was trying to do there is the character Kai was walking around in the woods or maybe forest, and while he was walking, he stumbles upon what seems to think it's like a magical object or some kind, like a pipe or a flute or some kind of object in a way.
Uh-huh. I see. I see. All right. So, um, can you hear me well? Is my
Yeah,
audio
yeah,
good? Okay,
yes.
okay. So, what I want you to do, I mean, this you can start with this as a concept because someone walking around finding the item.
Yeah.
What I would like you to do is instead of this being a four panel, this whole
Mm-hmm.
story, you can do it as a two panel. Like the first panel could be the character walking around, and then
Yeah.
finding the object in the second panel. Because Kishu Tenketsu is requires you to have a pivotal twist that makes a story unpredictable or interesting. And
Gotcha. Yeah.
the conclusion, the fourth panel should be the conclusion where it could be the character's reaction or um, the truth about what the item is. Because for now, I can see like you're trying to tell a story, but um, what Yonkoma is about is like um, trying to tell an interesting story in four panels.
Yeah.
Um, so this whole story could be told in two panels, and
Yeah.
then that's already a great start. Um,
Mm,
and then you can just add two more panels to make it more interesting.
gotcha. All right.
Mhm.
Thanks. Thank you.
All right, that's it. Coach Kana, are you
Yes, I'm still with
okay?
everyone. I'm just looking. I'm kind of like trying to get Adrian's work, but it won't. It's weird. Hold on. Let me just grab it and place it in my software. Where is it? Was it saved? Uh, Adrian, can you send it again if you can? Kind of weird. Like I can't send it, but yeah. Let me just share the screen once again for the timer. Okay, guys, you still have 2 minutes. Okay. Uh, I I think we might have misheard. I was mentioning Adrian. Yeah, but perhaps we can have Adrian. Oh yeah, he's already sending it. Let me. There we go. Finally. Okay. Let me just read prep this. So guys, you still have 1 minute to go. I hope you guys are holding up well. Let me just share my screen. Oops, wrong screen. I believe I shared the wrong one. Hold on. There we go. Hmm. Adrian. Hmm. Adrian, you didn't follow the prompt. Where is the item? Okay, we'll have to find a different one. But I'll give quick feedback on this one before I move on to the other one. So congrats, Adrian. You're getting a free feedback from me. So for this one, first thing, you didn't follow the prompt, Adrian. You should follow the prompt. The point of this workshop is to follow the prompt. So you didn't follow the prompt. First things off. And also, second, I need a better establishing point. This kind of progress. You should also follow the key, show, ten, and kets format. Okay. So first you establish things. Things will change. So perhaps explosion should have happened on the second part. And then on the third part, a strong reaction at the height of emotions before we settle things. Okay, so next time, Adrian, if you're going to submit, make sure that it's following the prompt because just as a reminder, this is a workshop. So ideally, what you should send should be following our guidelines. Okay. You did good, but you didn't follow the format. Okay. Okay. So next time, please do follow our instructions. Because if you can't, then how are you going to get published? If you can't follow simple instructions on the workshop, how will you even follow feedback from your editors? So this one is from Akisha. I believe so. So first things off, Akisha, just as a reminder, please make sure that if you have a text or if you have speech bubbles, make sure that they are readable because from here it's kind of difficult reading it. Okay. So they're looking for her house. And then she found something. Okay. So this is a good thing wherein they found a necklace. So perhaps on this you can already establish at first that the two girls are walking in the street. So perhaps you can put the necklace here and then the two of them are walking, going near towards the item. So make sure that the focal point is the necklace. And then on the second panel, instead of this one, you can perhaps just show that she wants to try the necklace on her body language. Make sure that she is already putting on the necklace towards her. While if you want to heighten her expression, you can put her here. And then if things will happen on the fourth panel, on the third panel, the height should be there. So perhaps what you can do is you can focus on her with the necklace and then the necklace starts sizzling or something. And then on the fourth panel, you can focus on her again with all of the thingamajig with her having a fun outfit or crazy outfit of sorts. And then you'll put her expression here. What? And then you can add the dialogue off screen saying nice outfit. So this way, it will more focus on what happened to her as a consequence of her picking up a random item and just putting it herself. Okay, so perhaps you can do that. Yeah. Hold on, let me just find you said it. Perhaps you can do that, Keisha. Okay. So do you have any questions on this, Keisha? You can type in the chat if you have any questions. Awesome, awesome. So yeah, I so with this, I think have you chosen the next tribute, Ken?
Tribute. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, I have chosen, but I've forgotten whose work this is with. Let me
Okay, okay. Let me. It's okay. We
this
have some
is
time.
Josiah's work. But before I go there, I just noticed like just a quick advice for Jennifer M's work. Also, I can see Jennifer, you're using a mouse in your digital. That's huge respect. But um, the essence of Yonkoma is the Kisho Tenketsu,
Um,
which aims to tell an interesting story. Is that Jennifer?
yes.
Hello. What story were you trying to say in your four
Sorry.
panel?
I'm sorry. I didn't use my mouse. I used my laptop.
Okay.
I apologize.
No, it's all right. That's not the problem here. That's all right.
The problem is I'm not good at this, but my oath I don't know how to draw her face, but I know that I try
Uh,
to think of, but um, my OC Jade is had a sword, and I have a problem drawing a sword.
I see. I see. Yeah. That's all right
So,
though. You can just simplify your drawing as much as you can.
okay, my version is Jade holds a find a sword
Uh-huh.
and that had magic powers that she anything she could think of. So, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Was it
I uh, repeat the question.
was it the whole story of the Yonkoma? Of your Yonkoma?
Yes. Yes. Forgive. I apologize for drawing her hands
No, no, it's all
and
right. It's all right.
all the story doesn't make any sense. I apologize.
No, that's a problem. It's all right if you think that doesn't make any sense. But um the Kisho I forgot. What was that,
Kishu
Coach Kana?
Tenketsu.
Kisho
Kishu Tenketsu.
Tenketsu.
Yeah.
It needs a introduction, a build up, a pivotal twist, and then the conclusion, right? Um
Yes.
I can see
Yes.
here in your every panel, this could as well work as like first or second panels of the Kisho Tenketsu, because um I would like you to use this as a starting point for the two panels,
Okay.
and add two more that makes this story or this sequence more interesting.
Okay. Thank you for the advice. I really need to practice my drawings. As you can see, this hand needs some improvement. I'm
Um,
ashamed of myself for
Mhm.
that.
no, no, you don't have to worry about that. That will improve in time if you keep drawing. We've all been there. You can,
Definitely.
if you want to tell an interesting story, you can use stick figures, and this kind of sword is all right as long as you convey the message very clearly and very in a very interesting way. That's the point of Kishu Tenketsu. So you don't worry about your art, that will improve. You just keep if you just keep doing this, you will see improvements.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll practice. I'll do it again next time.
Yes,
No
that's great to
worries.
hear. Yeah.
Mhm. And do stick on the on after on the Q&A for more information if you want to improve on your skills and your storytelling. Okay, Jennifer?
Okay, thank you. I really need to
Thank you.
practice more. I
Yeah, no
I was
worries.
I've been busy so much
Yeah,
on my
no
part. I didn't
worries.
realize that I missed out on my drawings. I apologize.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't apologize, Jennifer. Everyone starts at somewhere, so it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, we all feel like we need to draw more,
Yeah.
uh, no matter what your skill level is. But yeah,
Mhm.
moving on to Josiah. The Jennifer's critique was just a quick one.
Yes.
I
It's
just
okay.
skimmed
It's okay.
through it. So I wanted to talk about Josiah's work. Let me share my screen. This is a good concept, like finding something that could possibly change the world and thinking it's boring because it's reading. But the setup for Kisho Tenketsu requires you to have the most important shot in the third one. Which I think the most interesting shot here is the second one, which you can move to the third one and just simplify the fourth one, which instead of doing like a dialogue of like I thought it was something cool, I hate reading. You can just show him like use the dialogue on the third panel, like boring, and then show him throwing it on the trash because it's less dialogue, but sometimes less is more. Um, Yeah, I think this kind of paneling could work. Like your pivotal moment could be the main character finding out it's boring, but it's more fitting when it is presented as a conclusion in the fourth panel, and making this panel which the character uh, discovers a book that could save the world as the pivotal twist in the third panel. Um, you can take your time, like doing the build up in the second panel. Uh, like he might be like very interested in trying to look at it. Um, but yeah, it's a good concept, but you just have to uh, shuffle the panels to make the pacing better and to follow the Kisho Tenketsu's um well it does kind of follow the that Kisho Tenketsu order, but the way that I suggested it would make it better. Not really essentially changing the panels, but just changing the order of the panels. That's it. Are you ready, Coach Canna, for your critique?
Yes, I think we have some extra time, so we can perhaps give one one last for me, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so can you see my screen? Yeah, okay. So I believe, let me just find who this is from. Sometimes I really forget. Oh, it's from Lindy. Hi, Lindy. Thank you for submitting this.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, it's cute, right? So, so first things off, good job on this one. I saw that you've executed the introduction first. So with him seeing something on the ground, and then the second one as well, where he opens it. So it's a pivotal thing. Something happens, which changes things. And then on the third one, magical beings appear from the third panel, which is kind of the height of things. So this is in the fourth panel wherein he surrenders it to the lost and found. So I'd like to report a lost wallet. Whose wallet is this though? Why do you is this Newt's wallet? Is this like a pocket briefcase but in wallet format of Newt's commander? Because why do you have like a small dragon popping out of a wallet? Anyway, I think this is actually good. I believe though, if you had extra time, perhaps you would be able to already to perhaps explore on the third panel, like make it more grandiose or more grand, like really show the explosive the explosion of creatures from the wallet, like fill up the page. Don't be scared not to like fill up the page if it's a heightened feeling. So perhaps what you can do is that make it seem that he is around here, and then the wallet, and then things pop up, the dragons, everything, all of the sorts. Even have a dragon like going almost off screen to just heighten that something amazing appeared out of the wallet, just to like enhance that. But for the other 3 points, these actually work well. So good job on this, Lindy. Yeah, that's my comment on this one. Yeah, yeah, good job on this. So thank you, Lindy, for sending this in. So I think, yeah, I think we can uh wrap up our workshop. So thank you for sending this in, guys. So for those who haven't, apologies. We kind of like have a limited time, and we had quite a lot to go over through. So yeah, so if hold on, let me just check if my screen share. So first, what are your takeaways? So if you are watching us from the replay, write your answers in the comments. So what are your takeaways from the workshop? Please do write them in the comments. This also applies for those in our FB group. So what are your takeaways? Yes, do share them. I'll give you around 3 minutes for this. Let me grab a timer. So what are your takeaways from this? Mhm. What are your takeaways? So again, if you are watching from the replay, I'd want to know what your takeaways are. Don't be shy. Let me hear about what you've learned from the lesson, from the workshop. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Good points. Good points. Yes. Mhm. Focus on pacing and the purpose of different young comma panels. Yes, definitely. Michael said to have more insight on young commas. Yes, it's okay. It's okay. Yes, you have a lot more time than you think in a limited time. Definitely. Definitely.
You give a lot of overthinking before drawing. It's actually better to just draw without overthinking. I know. Well, that's hard to do, but
Yes.
drawing, getting out the bad ideas, quote unquote, that you think
Mhm.
helps.
Yes, definitely. And this is kind of like, yes, having a time limit allows people to get things done, even if it's not right or cool. Yes, definitely. Ideation is always a problem because Lindy tends to overcomplicate ideas, never do anything in the end. So doing 4 panel comic is a good way to limit yourself. Have a scope that is doable in a set of yes, definitely. Sometimes deadlines do really help push people. Uh, Sometimes it can be kind of hard, but if you can manage to get it out of your system, then that is much better. So yeah, you never know what will come out until you are forced to draw something. Definitely,
That's right.
definitely. Okay, so thank you for sharing your takeaways. So now that you have done your yonkamas, I want you guys to make a post and share your takeaways on your socials. And do include the hashtag LTDM Yonkoma Workshop and tag us. So I believe our tag is Learn to Draw Manga. So please do use the hashtag LTDM Yonkoma Workshop. So please don't be shy and share your works as well. We'd love to see that. And we also love being tagged in those. So again, please do post your work and type in and include the hashtag LTDM Yonkoma Workshop. Okay, don't for it's all And also, if you can, please do tag us as well, especially for those in Facebook. Yes, we are Learn to Draw Manga in Facebook as well.
Yes,
Also,
amazing work.
for those in YouTube, you can also post your work and takeaways on your socials. And again, include the hashtag LTDM Yonkoma Workshop. Okay. Again, don't forget to tag us as well. I believe you guys already know what to do. So I'll move on to the next one. So now that you know how to make your yonkoma, we want you to make your yonkoma and make them better. Let us ask you these questions. So are you ready to take action and finally bring your manga to life? Are you goal driven and ready to commit to making manga dreams a reality? Are you a determined mangaka who wants to finally publish their first manga through self-publishing, joining manga contests, and pitching to publishers? If this is yes, type yes in the chat. If this is you, type yes in the chat. So this goes for those in YouTube as well. So chat, please do type yes if this is you. Okay, I see lots of people who are determined to make their manga dreams a reality. Okay, again, please do not spam our chat in Zoom and even in YouTube, okay? Okay. I believe you guys are saying yes, and that's awesome to hear. And if you answered yes to any of these questions, then we are inviting you to apply to our one-shot manga drawing program. You'll get the opportunity to work with our Japanese pro manga mentors and be part of an awesome community of aspiring mangakas like yourself. So here are some of just like our students, you'll learn everything from manga drawing basics to crafting a full one-shot manga from start to finish. So here are some of our students and what they say about our program. So Cherise is one of our new students who joined, I believe, early this year. Perhaps I believe she joined December, and here is her progress. So Cherise has also joined in around two contests already this year. One is from Silent one is from World is World, and one is the upcoming Greece Japan Festival two-page manga contest. So as you can see, Cherise uses her phone as well when she is drawing. Yes, she uses her phone before she uses her fingers to draw. She actually finished her entry for the World is World manga contest with her fingers alone. Yeah, and her trusty Ibis paint. Yes.
Huge respect.
So yes, definitely. But now she upgraded. She has a drawing tablet, but she still uses her phone. Okay. So yeah, so if you think that drawing on paper or like drawing on the phone is like that's it, no. Look at Sharice's work. It's all in you, the artist. Okay. And we at the community will gladly help you be equipped with what you need on the technical knowledge you need when you are making your manga. And also here is Joe's work and his improvements from January to March. So Joe has gotten better at explaining his ideas as of late, and as we can also see in Joe's progress with our sessions, he has been doing well, and his yonkomas and pages are also getting better as he progresses. And also here is Sakari's work from 2024 to 2025. Sakari has joined also the SMA or the SMA Cycle 22, I believe, filled with rage, I believe so. So she looked over her previous SMA submissions that she finished before the course, and comparing with her recent manga, it's very clear that she learned a lot. So here are two pages from both of her works. Last year, she didn't know what screen tone is or how to do paneling and didn't know much about perspective anatomy. She struggled with everything. And this time, she already knew what she had to do. She had a more refined process. It was much easier, especially with the help of us coaches and the mentors, of course. So, you've seen our students' work and you've read how happy they are and you've seen their progress. And you also seen how happy they are with the community and the guidance from the coaches and the mentors. So the question is, do you want in too? Do you want in too? If you want in, type I want in the chat. Do you want in for those in the YouTube and in the Zoom in our workshop here? Do you want in? If you want in, type I want in the chat. Yes, I'm seeing people who wants to go in. Awesome. Do you want in? Again, do you want in? Awesome. So, if you want to make your time making manga more meaningful and more productive, then our one-shot manga drawing program is for you. We're on a mission to help you publish your first manga with pro mangakas acting as your editors. So again, we have worked with pro-Japanese mangaka such as Yazawa Sensei and Rena Sensei. They have 50 years of experience in making manga, and they know what they're doing. So you are definitely good hands. And of course, you also have Steph Pastrano and his knowledge with creating webtoon and anime art. So, and recently we also welcomed our mentor, Art Crumbs, and who is the one and only creator of the God's Bane series, as well as the Viz Originals one-shot Onami. So again, this is for you. If it sounds like you, then this is for you if you are committed to making your own published manga. You have a unique story you want to share with the world. You are done figuring this out alone and are ready to learn from the pro manga mentors. And you want to connect with fellow mangakas who seek consistency and empowerment. If this sounds you, then say that's me in the chat. So if that's you, then type that's me in the chat. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. If this sounds like you, then you're invited to apply to our online one-shot manga drawing program. Our enrollment is open. And for that, we want to take this chance as well to book a free manga consultation call with us. So take this chance right now and book a free consultation call with us. In this call, you'll figure out how you'll figure out how you can work with our pro mangaka mentors and take your first steps in creating a one shot you'll feel fully proud of. So I'll be sending the link here as well. And also for those in YouTube, I'll be sending it in the chat as well. So please do take your time. Please do take some time in filling up that call. Yes, and making that reservation. So I'll give you around 3 minutes. I'll give you guys 3 minutes to make that reservation. I'll give you around 3 minutes to go through the application process. Let me know once you're done. Type done in the chat if you are done filling up the application. Ichiru is asking how much is it. Ichiru, that question will be answered if you book a call with us. So please do book that consultation call. Okay. Unfortunately, Maya, the course is for 18 years old and above. Yes. So please do, please make sure that you're 18 years old and above for this program. Okay. It's okay, Maya. Perhaps we'll see you when you are 18. Unfortunately, we are only accepting students who are 18 years old and above. But when you do reach that age, I believe we are still here and we will be glad to welcome you in the community. So make sure to book that free manga consultation call. Again, it's a free manga consultation call wherein we will be discussing how the program can help you with your goals. And of course, to create that one shot you feel proud of, whether it's going to be your own or you're going to be self publishing it or pitching it. This manga consultation call will help you get started on how you will approach your goal. Okay, so please do book that free manga consultation call with us if if you can. Okay, again, it's in the chat, so please do check that link and book that call with us. Okay, make sure to book that call, everyone. It's time. Okay. Now, for those who are still unsure, I mean, you guys already made it all the way to the end of this training. What is holding you back? Every dream, every goal, and aspiration is within your reach if you take that first leap of faith. Because if not now, then when? When will you take that next step? Where will you be tomorrow if you start today? I challenge you to take that leap. Okay? Take that leap of faith, guys. Take the jump. Just jump, guys. Just jump. Not in your place. Take that leap. Yeah, okay. So, do you have any questions? Are there any questions from everyone?
Try our best to answer your questions right now.
Mm-hmm. Any questions regarding the program or anything? Are free to do ask us. Yes. What are the equipment needed for digital drawing? First, if you have a phone will do. You just need to find the right software for it, like Medibang or Clip Studio. You have a MacBook. Perhaps you can try Medibang or Krita or yeah, or Alpaca as well.
If you're willing to spend, you can. I think Procreate is available on MacBook.
Mm. What types of questions do you answer in consultation calls? Well, for these consultation calls, we will tackle mostly about your goals on what you want to achieve when you join the program. So, Michael, please do book a call if you're interested. Okay. Any other questions? We will be answering them as much as we can. So please do drop your questions in the chat.
What types of paper should be used when drawing manga? Generally, you can use any paper, so that you won't really hesitate to make
Mhm.
mistakes, because drawing on more expensive paper makes it harder to start drawings. And the point of practicing is to just draw. If you want like a better quality for publishing quality papers, um, I don't really do traditional art anymore. So, Coach Kana, do you know anything?
For
Any
traditional, mostly, for when you are doing the sketches, normal copy paper will do. But if you're going to be using nib pens, perhaps you should consider the thickness of the paper you use. So yeah, perhaps a vellum board or a manga paper will work.
manga papers are, I think, hard to come by, but
Yeah,
you can
you'll
order
have to
online.
order it online. Yeah, the later kind. Yeah, so any other questions? Okay. Okay, if you don't have any questions, then we are wrapping up our workshop for today. So thank you everyone for joining. Again, please do book that call with us. So yeah, thank you for joining today's live workshop. So again, thank you and yeah, have a great night ahead, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Great work.